Hi, my name is Kay Friedley, and I am a candidate for Troy City Council Member at Large. A City Council Member at Large does represent the whole city of Troy as opposed to a single ward. Troy has 6 wards. First of all, I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce for allowing me this opportunity to present myself on this forum, and I thank you for taking a minute to get to know me a little bit. I have lived here in Troy now for 7 years. I lived previously in Troy in the late 90s for about 3 years, left for a job and came back for a job, but I was happy to come back to Troy because I do like this community. So why am I wanting to run for Troy City Council? The Troy City Council is the legislative body for this city. It is similar to the Congress in Washington, D.C. It does make the rules, the legislation, and the resolutions for our city. So what I've noticed in recent years is that sometimes the legislative bodies of our country have not reflected the vast majority of the citizens' desires, lifestyles, and beliefs. And I want to make sure that here in Troy we continue to reflect the vast majority of our citizens' desires, lifestyles, and beliefs. And I do think the City Council has done a great job so far. I'm very thankful for what they've done. However, we need to be on guard and we need to continue to make sure that happens. I am a retired registered nurse and an Air Force veteran, and I thank you for your vote. My name is Kay Friedley. Again, I'm running for Troy City Council Member at Large because it was brought to my attention that there were some legislation being considered that I don't believe reflects the lifestyle and beliefs of the majority, the vast majority of our citizens here. It did get voted down in the council, and I am thankful for that. However, seeing that, I realized that there are outside influences that may reflect a small number of people in our country, but not the majority. So that was a big reason why I decided to run for Troy City Council Member at Large. So first of all, having been a registered nurse for 40 years, I have a great deal of compassion for the individual person. And I do think individual needs need to be taken into account. I do tend to think in terms of basics when I set priorities. Life is the first basic we all need. Protecting the life and the property and the health of the citizens of Troy would be one of my top priorities. We do have people that are hurting in this city. We have homeless. As a registered nurse for almost 5 years in the emergency department at Upper Valley Medical Center, I saw more than one young person die of alcoholism and drug addiction. This is a big issue that I would address. Public engagement is huge. Another part of the reason that I decided to run for Troy City Council was that I was inspired by people younger than me. I'm retired now, I have some time. I didn't feel like I had as much time for sure when I was working full-time. I was a single mom for part of that time. But I've seen young people get engaged. Volunteering for things, running for office, trying to be a part of the process that runs our local community. And this inspired me, and it got me excited, and I decided I wanted to also be more involved. I've always been interested in political things going on, not only in our country, but in the world. But that was a big thing there, seeing the young people. I do check things out online. I read voraciously everything I can pretty much get my hands on. I'm older and I am more prone toward print, toward hard copy. But I do look at things that come to me not only in the snail mail, but also things that come across via internet, emails. I'm involved with a local political action group. I am a Christian. I'm a constitutional and fiscal conservative, and I am a Republican. I am running as candidate for city council under those qualities or priorities, and in that order. So hopefully that answered your question. Again, to me, the basic issue for everything for human life is human life. The concerns with drug addictions, with alcoholism, with homelessness, I've heard other citizens, not just myself, bring those up. Those are things we need to address, and we need to research who has had the best results in helping people, again, become useful citizens, become involved in their community, and want to accept responsibility, and want to be a part of that community. So this would be the most pressing thing. There are many other issues that are also important. We need to keep working on our roads. We need to get rid of the potholes. But we don't want to have our citizens encumbered by too much road construction. Probably what would set me apart the most from the other candidates is my background. I am very well traveled. I've lived on 3 different continents, but I grew up mostly in small towns, so my heart is with the small town. I am also currently the Republican precinct representative for Troy Precinct 3A. So I think the biggest thing that would set me apart from the other candidates is maybe my perspective, coming from a little bit different viewpoint than maybe somebody who has been here a little bit longer and loves the city, but may not be looking as much at what's going on all around in the world. Thank you. Thank you again to the Chamber of Commerce for this opportunity. Again, my name is Kay Friedley, and I am running for Troy City Council Member at Large. I do encourage everyone to get out and vote. I would love to have you vote for me for this position, but at least exercise your right as a citizen. One of the primary ways to preserve our rights is to exercise them. If we don't exercise them, they will be taken away. There's no question. I hope that I've conveyed 2 things here. Number 1, my compassion for the citizens of Troy and my interest and concern in the well-being of this city. I believe our growth is inevitable, but I do want to see us grow in a way that is enjoyable rather than painful. The second thing I want you to take away is that I believe laws are made to protect the law-abiding citizens first, and secondly, to restrain and redirect those who have overstepped or trespassed the rights of others. So there is a balance between the compassion and standing for law and order. So again, I thank you for your considering voting for me. I hope you do vote for me. Again, Kay Friedley, running for Troy City Council Member at Large. And thank you for your time.